ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्ठिकी। So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 7 and Text 3. Atha अन्यद् अपि कृष्णस्य तोक अजरितम् अद्भुतं मानुषं लोकम् आसाद्य तत् जातिम् अनुरन्दतः। अथ also अन्यत् अपि other pastimes also Krishnasya of child Krishna Toka Charitam Adbhutam. They are also wonderful childhood pastimes. Manusham, as if playing as a human child. Lokamasadya, appearing on this planet Earth in human society. Tat jatim, exactly like a human child. Anurandataha, who was imitating. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. Please describe other pastimes of Krishna, the Supreme Personality who appeared on this planet Earth imitating a human child and performing wonderful activities like killing Putana. Please repeat. Please describe other pastimes of Krishna, the Supreme Personality who appeared on this planet Earth, imitating a human child and performing wonderful activities like killing Putana. Purport. Maharaj Parikshit requested Shukadeva Goswami to narrate other childhood pastimes exhibited by Krishna while playing as a human child. The Supreme Personality of Godhead incarnates at different times in different planets and universes. And according to the nature of those places, he exhibits his unlimited potency. That a child sitting on the lap of his mother was able to kill the gigantic Putana is extremely wonderful for the inhabitants of this planet. But on other planets, the inhabitants are more advanced, and therefore the pastimes of the Lord performs there are still more wonderful. Krishna's appearance on this planet like a human being makes us more fortunate than the demigods in the higher planets. And therefore, Maharaj Parikshit was very much interested in hearing about him. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deva Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschat Deshe Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Jai Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So now we are beginning to understand the pastimes of Krishna in the 10th canto. 10th canto is the most important part of the Bhagavatam. Vyasadeva has given us 1 to 9 canto to understand Krishna, and then in the 10th canto it is described. Mainly it's divided into 2 parts called Purvard and Uttarard. From chapter 1 to chapter 49, when the Akrura goes to Hastinapur, that is called Purvard, or half portion of the Bhagavatam, 10th canto, and Uttarard is after from 50th chapter till 90th chapter. To understand Krishna, sometimes people directly jump to the 10th canto, and that again, among the 10th canto, the 5 chapters of Ras Leela or Ras Panchadhyay. But we have to be very careful by understanding these pastimes of Krishna. We have to hear from the bona fide spiritual master coming in parampara system. Otherwise, we will misunderstand. Generally, it is advised that we should try to understand Krishna through first from Bhagavad Gita. The Krishna's pastimes in Dwarka. If we can appreciate those, marrying of his 16,008 wives, killing so many demons, then we can try to know the Krishna of the Mathura Leela, and then ultimately the Vrindavan Leela. Krishna is Purna, Purnatar and Purnatam. Actually, again, as we have seen earlier in chapter 5, how Nanda Maharaj went to Mathura, met Vasudeva ji, where Vasudeva advised him to return as early as possible to Gokula, because there may be some disturbances. As soon as Nanda Baba heard this, he became worried about his son Krishna due to the emanating danger, and he began to remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's natural. A devotee, whenever he comes to find calamities, because in material world, somebody is facing more, somebody facing less. Padam padam yad vipadam na tesham. At every step, there are difficulties coming out. So naturally for devotees, it is natural to always to take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, and by his mercy, karmani nirdeti kintu cha bhakti bhajam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajam. Krishna can minimize the difficulties or miseries of his devotee. Although devotees, they don't desire for that, they always pray to Krishna that whatever they have to suffer, let them suffer for their activities. But Krishna is so kind that if our hand is to be broken, it's just by a small scratch, he takes away that activities. So again, when Putna came and was killed by Krishna, and her body was burnt, the aroma of chandan came from her body. Why? Because although she came to kill Krishna, Krishna took her as his mother. That the special quality of Putna we have already discussed in earlier chapters. Particularly, there is also one verse in third canto between the conversation of Uddhava and Vidura, where he is describing the childhood pastimes. Aho bakiyam istan kalkutam imva jighanse yadapi asadvi leve ghatim dhatri ujtam kimanye kamva dayalu sharanam praje. Baki, as you know, sister of Bakasur, she came with Kalkut poison. Kalkut poison is very dangerous poison, came up from the churning of the ocean. Koot, we know one koot. So the heap of a very dangerous, deadly poison came out, and Lord Shiva drank that, and he became a Neelakantha. He didn't swallow it up, but just put the entire poison in his mouth. So this is a very nice shloka describing the mercy quality of Krishna. In Gaur Leela, we also see Pundarik Vidyanidhi, who was a great devotee and the incarnation of King Vrishabhanu. But he was living like a worldly people, with cushion and so many servants serving him. So Mukunda, he took Gadadhar Pandit for the darshan. He said, we are going to have a darshan of a great Vaishnava. But when they reached there, Gadadhar Pandit within his mind thought, what kind of Vaishnava he is? He appears like a worldly, he was living like a king. So Mukunda, he could understand the feeling of Gadadhar Pandit, and he recited this verse. Mukund was expert in singing the shlokas in different tunes, in different mellows. So as soon as Pundarik Vidyanidhi heard this, he immediately began to appreciate the mercy quality of Krishna when he killed Putana. And he always began to recite Kamva Dayalu Sharanam Brajema. How we can take shelter of other than that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who even awarded the post of his mother, just like Jashoda Mai. So Gadadhar Pandit thought I made an offense towards Pundarik Vidyanidhi, and then he requested to take initiation from him. So this shows how Putna, the first demon Krishna killed, which she got all the same level. In this chapter, we have the killing of Shakatasur. Shakata means it's called the cart, and after 3 months of Krishna's birth, Krishna rolled about one side, it's called Utthan, and Mother Jashoda made a great festival, and after decorating Krishna, she made him to lie down beneath the cart in a cradle, and just like small kids, they move their leg, just like cycling. So Krishna also did it, and beneath that cart, Shakatasura was there. This will come in after this chapter. So King Parikshit is still continuing his inquiry, and as we see in the yesterday's shlok, there are so many words that in different incarnations, like Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, there were activities. Yen avatarena, whatever incarnation Krishna took, Bhagavan Haririshwara, Bhagavan Lord Hari. And the special quality is that they are the Karna Ramyani, they are very pleasing to hear. But out of those incarnations, the pastimes of Krishna, especially as Bal Leela, is very attractive, very relishing, because by hearing this, we can become purified. The word used, Shuddhayati Achirena, means very quickly. So Achirena word also comes during the Ras Leela chapter, that if we hear these Ras Leela from the proper source, the effect will be that Achirena Bhavaroga, that Bhavarog, because of that disease, the lust is the most difficult to be controlled, that will be destroyed by hearing the pastimes of Krishna. Achirena, the same word, very quickly. And that how, as Prabhupada explained the purport, by the bhakti, devotional service. And there are different stairs, Adav Shraddha, Tato Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya. So in this way, gradually, by engaging in devotional service, and out of that service, hearing, attentive hearing is very important. One who has heard properly, he can also do the kirtan properly or can recite. As Srila Prabhupada used to say that when his Guru Maharaj will speak, he will speak for 3-4 hours, and many big sannyasis and God brothers will go off, but Srila Prabhupada will listen. He said that whether I understand or don't understand, but I will keep sitting on the class of my Guru Maharaj. And he observed that he said, this boy, he doesn't go, he listens attentively, so I'll make him disciple. Second instance, as we have seen in the Brajamandal itself, Parikrama, Srila Prabhupada came for the darshan, and in Kosi, there's a place called Sheshai Vishnu. So Kosi, that was the last day, and it was said those who want to go to see darshan of Sheshai Vishnu, they can go. And those who want to stay and hear Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, they can stay. So again, Srila Prabhupada preferred to stay and hear from the lotus mouth of his Guru Maharaj. So attentive hearing is very, very important. While we are chanting our japa or we are doing the Bhagavatam class, we should be able to concentrate our mind, because Parishit Maharaj, as you know, recommends that one hear about the Krishna's childhood pastimes particularly, because naturally child is very innocent, and whatever Krishna did, Manusham, is called Naravat. He is not a human being, but he is performing the activities like a human being. Vat means just similar like that. So in our human society, we see that children are naturally very restless. Sometimes Krishna will also try to catch fire. Sometimes he will run by catching the tail of the cow. And in this way, he will give enjoy, bliss to their mother, Jashoda and Rohini. It almost appears similar to the child of this material world. But still, remaining in with this material world, avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashritam param bhavam ajananto mam bhuta maheshwaram. Mudha, when one is as, another is superlative as. Gadha and Gadhe ka Pitashri, Bap. So those persons, they actually think that Krishna is an ordinary human being, and he has taken the body of a ordinary person. But the two-handed Krishna, this is called Narakriti, Dvibhuj Shyama Sundar Swarup, is so attractive that even the impersonalist, the 4 Kumaras of Brahma, Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan, Sanat Kumar, Shukadeva Goswami himself, just by hearing that particular shloka, that mercy quality of Krishna, before that he heard also that shlok, Baraha Pidam Natavarvapu Karanyokaram, where the Rupa or beautiful feature of Krishna has been described and they can be attracted. Although they were born as a Mayavadi, self-realized soul, but devotional service is so attractive. In Lord Chaitanya's pastime, that Atma Ramasya shloka also indicated how that Atma Ram, those who are enjoying in themselves, doing Ramana in themselves, they also become attracted by the qualities of Lord Hari. So, Lokam Asadhya is another significant word, that he is appearing in this planet, Bhulok. We have Bhulok, Bhuvarlok, Swarlok. But Krishna takes avatar. Avatar means to come down. From top floor, he comes down to ground floor. What purpose? Same paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sanstapna arthaya sammavami yuge yuge. These two function, and immediately Krishna, when he appeared in this world, he started these two things. By killing the miscreants, Putna witch, and protecting the Brajavasis in Vrindavan. He did not have to wait till he becomes young, but Kishore age, but immediately started his function, showing that God is God, whether he is speaking Bhagavad Gita or he is in the lap of Mother Jashoda. So, Anurandhata, actually, Krishna was imitating. Again, there are two words, Anukaran and Anusaran. Anukaran means imitating. And Anusaran means following in the footsteps of the great Acharyas. So we have to follow, we have to practice Anusaran, not the Anukaran. Because if we try to imitate Krishna, as we have the story of that Phalgu Bhagwan. Phalgu means the false god. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, how he punished him. Actually, we have a river called Phalgu river in Gaya place. There, from outside, it appears only sand. And once you dig a feet deep, you find the water. Similarly, this detachment of Vairagya is called Phalgu Vairagya, means false renunciation. Externally, we appear to be very renounced, but inside, we are thinking of the material objects. Similarly, it's called one type of Vairagya called Markat Vairagya. Markat means monkey. Monkey, he remains even without any clothes, but he is keeping 1 dozen or 2 dozen female companion. So that is also not recommended. As Srila Rupa Goswami says, that we have to practice Yukta Vairagya. We have to use everything in serving Krishna. So this loka is especially fortunate, especially this Kali Yuga. Not only we have the Lord Krishna who appears once in a day of Brahma, but we have also the incarnation of Lord Chaitanya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Otherwise, all other planets, if we go there, Abrahma Bhavana Loka Punaravartino Arjuna, Mamopete Kaunteya Punarjanmana Vidyate. Even if we go up to Brahma Loka, we have to face the same problem. Birth, death, old age and disease. Although the life of Brahma, we say immortal, but he is not immortal. But as compared to the life of an ant or human being, his life cannot be said to be of a great duration. And that's why we call is immortal, Amara. But nobody in this material world, whether you go to this planet or that planet, because Krishna's pastimes is also eternal. We call it Pragat Leela and Apragat Leela. Just like sun is visible in this part of the world, and the second part is dark. So Krishna is eternal in some or other Brahmand. There are millions and trillions of Brahmand, as in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said that if you put mustard seeds in the bucket, that is the position of the millions and trillions of Brahmand, material creation. And again, according to the dimension of particular Brahmand universe, Brahma is having 4 heads, 8 heads, 100 heads. That is story. Again, Chaitanya Charitamrita comes that once Lord Brahma went to see Krishna, and he said to doorkeeper, tell Lord that Brahma has come for his darshan. So Krishna inquired him that ask him which type of Brahma, what kind of Brahma, of which universe. So when doorkeeper asked him, he became a little bit surprised, and he said, tell him the father of 4 Kumars. And then Krishna called him and greeted him with respect. Say, what's why you have come here? He said, I just came for your darshan, but I have a doubt in my mind. You asked that which Brahma has come. So is there any other Brahmas other than me? Then Krishna mentally he began to call. So many Brahmas with 10-headed, 100-headed, 1,000, millions. And among them it is said that the position of our Brahmaji is like the position of a rabbit in the group of elephants. So even so powerful living entity, that his lok is also being destroyed. So we cannot imitate Krishna. People, they try, especially in Kali Yuga, we have so many types of Bhagavan. One with mustaches, mooch wale, then somebody is with poonch wale. And every year, just like car, we have models. We have this 21 model God, 22 model God. But in fact, nobody knows who God is. The very gross symptoms, you can say, or very gross, is the Bhagavatam first verse. Janma Adhyasya to Advaita Itadasya Chartusha Abhigya Swarat. He should be Abhigya, cognizant, and Swarat, supremely independent. We are saying, I am God, and next moment, doctor becomes our God. But everybody has got desire to know Krishna. That is natural, as said yesterday also, that verse, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem, Sadhya Kabhu Noy, Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta, Karaya Uday. Particularly Srila Prabhupada explained this verse to me in London. And when I asked that, how we are going to know our relationship with Krishna, whether it's a servitude or we have a friend or parents. So he said, artificially you cannot know, because although that relationship is dormant in your heart, Nitya Siddha, but it is by hearing and chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it becomes manifested, Uday. Nobody need to tell you. Just when your heart becomes clean, Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta Karaye Uday. So this means naturally that will be revealed to you. So that is the thing that we cannot imitate Krishna. That relationship is naturally. The Sahajiya, they say, oh, you are this, that. But in fact, Krishna Prem is everyone's heart. Tat Jati, Krishna appeared in the human society, and as Prabhupada explains in the purport, that in his all incarnations he is exhibiting his unlimited potency. And that potency he shows despite of the Desh, Kala and Patra. As we see that although the inhabitants of higher planets, they are more advanced, but there Krishna performs the activities according to their caliber, and they also become surprised with the wonderful activities of Krishna. In this planet, as he performed, so demigods, so we think we are more fortunate, as Prabhupada explains in the purport, because Krishna's appearance, Janma Karma Chame Divyam Yome Veti Tattvataha Tyaktva Deham Punarjanma Mameti Arjuna. So one who knows the activities and appearance of Krishna Tattvataha, factually, in truth, by hearing from the pure devotee, he never takes birth. But how we can understand Krishna Tattvataha is again explained in Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati Yavan Chashrasmi Tattvataha. Same word Tattvataha. But there Krishna didn't say Jnanaya or Yogaya. By Bhaktya, by devotional service, one can know Krishna Tattvataha. And Bhaktya means, as we know, there are 64 parts of devotional service. Among them, 9 are more important: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padisevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyamatma Nivedanam. And among these 9, the 5 are more important, as mentioned by Chaitanya Charitamrita, that Bhagavad Seva, this Granth Raj service of book Bhagavad and person Bhagavad. Then to live in the holy dhams like Vrindavan, Mathura, and also the taking the shelter of holy name. So among 5 also the most important is the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Kali Kale Yuga Dharma Nam Sankirtan. The Yuga Dharma, for all the yugas are different, and particularly in Kali Yuga is the Harinam, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Naima Vikevalam, Kalau Nastev, Nastev, Nastev Gatiranyatha. In fact, Srila Prabhupada said one, that you can see the potency of holy name. Our Western devotees, their forefathers, even great-grandfathers, they never heard of Krishna's name. But because they are chanting offenselessly, you can see the effect of holy name. So that is the practical aspect. If we are chanting Krishna's name sincerely, without any offense, we can realize Naam Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Ras Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinitva Nam Nam. What we can realize, that holy name of Krishna and Krishna himself is non-different. Sometimes these atheist people, they do the argument that in the material world, when you chant, say Rasgulla, Rasgulla, or Mango, Mango, just by chanting you don't get. It's true, in material world, the name mango and the substance mango is different. But in the spiritual world, they are non-different. So whatever we are doing, devotional service here, just like mango may be unripe and ripe, but in ripe state, it becomes tasteful. Similarly, we are doing presently Vaidhi Bhakti. According to the order of spiritual master, we rise early in the morning, although we don't want, then we go for Mangala Arati. So gradually, by performing Vaidhi Bhakti, just like unripe mango, it will become ripe and we will begin to get taste. So this bhakti is very practical activity, and nobody can deny that it does not have any qualification. We are dovetailing everything in serving Krishna. As Krishna is unlimited, his service is also unlimited. So whatever quality we have, we should use that in serving Krishna. And as Srila Prabhupada used to see, if somebody is having 1% Krishna consciousness and 99% other thoughts, you will always see the 1% and you will try to increase it. That's uh, duty of an acharya. By his example, he can engage everyone. Srila Prabhupada, out of his causeless mercy, engaged everyone, even in different service of Krishna. Just like his temple was built by our god brother, Surabhi Swami. He used his talent, all the pictures. They were doing same thing before, but when they came to Krishna consciousness, they used the same thing for serving Krishna. So, I think time is, yeah. So I just read the shloka again. Please describe other pastimes of Krishna, the Supreme Personality who appeared on this planet Earth, imitating a human child and performing wonderful activities like killing Putana. So are there any comments or questions? Because although demigods are living in higher planets, they still have the sense of material enjoyment, and sometimes they can also rebel against Krishna because of power of Indra and Brahma as example. But we as a human being in the planet, we are so fortunate that personally we are seeing Krishna, and Krishna is giving so many instructions from the Bhagavad Gita, and we can take full advantage. Because it's also said that to leave the body is a test how much we have cultivated Krishna consciousness. It is said that bar, every time, even the great sages and demigods, they try to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra at the time of death, but it's very, very difficult. So by the Krishna's mercy and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, it's becoming so easy. So in that sense, we are fortunate to come to the demigods.
Why this is difficult? Why that is difficult?
Because if you are not have done Krishna consciousness throughout your life, at the time of death, whatever we have done, it comes like a film.
I have two questions. One is related to the demigods only. You were talking like Krishna has shown Leela to us according to our potencies, and for the demigods he shows Leela according to their potencies. So, and also I know that they had got Amrit, but then why they don't perform austerities and rise to above lokas? Why they are still stuck in Swargaloka only? They can do so many austerities and chant like Hare Krishna, Mahamantra, and rise to the level of devotion. And if they have had Amrit, then how they can leave their body and go? Like, it's very confusing, right?
No, Amrit means although they found that nectar, it means their life is very long. And moreover, they are so much engrossed in the sense enjoyment, they don't want to go to higher planets. And third point, they are living as long as their pious activities are there. Kshine prani martalokam vishanti. You go to a hotel, 5-star hotel, you have money, you can enjoy the things, and you have to come back again. So,
one more thing, I heard that this is Karma Bhumi, or this Karma Bhumi, but Swargaloka is Bhog Bhumi. So, do they have to come to the Karma Bhumi and then do devotional service and then rise to the other planets, or they can perform there also?
no, you have to perform, come to Karma Bhumi, and then you can
Even
go
the
to.
demigods have to come here and then go?
Yeah, they have to go and engage in devotional service. Then only, because Mukunda means one who can give you liberation, only Krishna can give you the liberation if we engage in the devotional service of Krishna.
Okay, and one more question I have. I was reading Krishna book what should one read, what should one hear. So for the woman it was written that they should read Mahabharata. My question to you is Mahabharata is having such, why?
No, it is not that.
Mahabharata?
No, it is not that. It's there for Mahabharata. It is meant for the less intelligent and the women class. But if you are engaged in Krishna consciousness, there is no need of reading Mahabharata. Although Bhagavad Gita is also part of Mahabharata, but we are more concerned with the direct Krishna Katha emanating from Krishna.
Mahabharata has stories which are very disturbing. So I was just wondering
No, it's not
why
disturbing.
Mahabharata?
No, it's not disturbing. But the only thing is we have to hear from the proper source.
Yeah.
Rajvidya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Only was just then the fortune of meeting Srila Prabhupada with you, and then you asked the question about your Swarupa. And then you said it's like this is it. So by hearing it. So is there any like time or like some stage when person realize that who is your what is this Swarupa or not Swarupa?
There is no deadline time. You can realize within a moment, or just like Khatwang, King Khatwang was. But the thing is, as example is given in Bhagavatam, that once you eat, and nobody need to tell that your thirst is, hungerness is being dissipated. Similarly, by engaging devotional service, actually Prabhupada gave one more example that the duty of Acharya, Guru, is to get yourself married with Krishna. Then how to behave, that you will learn automatically because Paramatma is there within your heart, and he will guide you, Krishna will guide you. So there is no deadline. But the only thing in our hand is to chant Hare Krishna, do the service, and pray to Guru and Krishna. They will give them.
One last, only about you explaining about the Yukta Vairagya.
Mm.
Reading is fun, like when somebody comes, we have all the facilities of the world in this world now. So becoming detached from the facilities becomes more difficult than
No, it's
how
not.
to like use the facility at the same time not get attached with them.
So there is a very minute demarcation that how long we are going to use the facilities for serving Krishna and for our own itself. So we have to be very careful. Outside people, they may think that we have all the facilities. As Srila Prabhupada once said, that we want the money of the entire world. And we want to spend also, but nobody will give us the money. The thing is, whatever we get, we have to be very careful. Because we cannot cheat Guru and Krishna. Maybe for a few years you become very big devotee, so many flats and so on. But ultimately, you're going to be exposed and you will have to face the consequences. So everything, just like we keep mortgage, things we are keeping the mortgage. So this human body is being, let's say, mortgaged by Krishna to serve him. So whatever facilities we are getting, we should try to serve with those facilities. Then that is Yukta Vairagya. Otherwise, in India or anywhere, we have Bhogi Yogi or Bhogi Vairagi.
Hare Krishna. In the beginning of the class, now you have mentioned that a devotee takes shelter of Krishna in particularly all difficult situations. So, a devotee actually faces difficulties not outside but within also. So, I mean, as compared to any person outside, they do not even realize that they have problem of lust, anger, or greed, or whatever. So, how exactly, practically, what points we can consider, or how exactly we should take shelter when we are having difficulty from within?
We should take shelter for Krishna 24 hours a day. Because nobody knows. Again, the example is that we think that the difficulties we are not facing presently, we may face it. But actually, absence of miseries, we think is happiness. Just like a king, when he used to punish someone, he will drown him in the water. And when he feels suffocation and he will take out, he say, oh, I'm very happy. But just absence of that period till he is above the water, and again king drowned him. So in fact, everybody is having the difficulties. So we should pray to Krishna and Guru that please help us to serve you and serve devotional service. So whether it's inside or outside, it's the same thing. You have to be very careful.
So sometimes, let's say one person is inside, so let's say anger attacks or lust comes to speak, how exactly we should try to handle it?
We can use it in serving Krishna. Hanumanji example of using his anger, but he is a great devotee. As long as, actually Prabhupada again wrote in one letter that as long as one's own honor and respect is concerned, one should be humbler than the blade of grass, tranadapi sunichena. But if Krishna and his pure devotees blaspheme, we should not remain tolerant, but we can become angry like Lord Nrsingadev. So for others, our Guru's respect, Krishna's respect, we can show our anger. Hare Krishna. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.